What is this shiny thing? Oh, I want to try it. Where is Mom? Mom! There you are. Come on, let's try this. Hola, gente.
Hey, that's my line.
Oopsies.
Hola, gente. What is up, my warrior angels? Welcome to another Treatment Tuesday where we test out new hair treatments for the first time on camera with my little sleepy friend, Bianca, and we decide together if a product works or not. And today is the turn of
Magic.
this collab between CHRIS Appleton and COLORWOW. This is the hair mask Money that promises super glossy, expensive looking hair.
Wait, expensive? Instant red flag. How much is this mask again? Okay, let me read this. I need to understand why. Money Mask is your rags to riches texture solution. There better be more than this to justify that price.
And you know how to read for a baby. This deep hydrating treatment, rich in Mediterranean plant-based proteins, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, helps deliver super glossy, supple, expensive looking hair. And it says it contains a proprietary procapile complex that helps anchor roots and lessen hair loss. It's also a vegan product. So I have tested out one other COLORWOW product before. I'm gonna link it down below. I actually was pleased with the results, although I have my reservations on the product, but for more on that, please do watch that video. So CHRIS Appleton is a celebrity hairstylist. He has worked with multiple celebrities from Kim Kardashian, Kate Moss, Cara Delevingne.
Ma, don't you forget J-Lo and Christina Aguilera.
And he was first catapulted to fame in 2010 because he won a BBC television competition called Young Hairdresser of the Year. So that's a little bit of a background. Just so you know, as far as ingredients go, quite a few silicones in here that are listed in the first few ingredients. So citral alcohol, which in spite of being an alcohol, it does not strip the hair of its natural oils and cause dehydration as one would think. On the contrary, it replenishes moisture, improves texture, restores the vitality of the hair, and it's a beneficial ingredient in hair care products. Dimethicone, which is a silicone. Oh, I used to dread silicones. And then I found new information about it. So it says here in Medical News today, dimethicone is, of course, a type of silicone that's present in many cosmetic products, including but not limited to hair care. Dimethicone also forms a protective barrier to decrease the loss of moisture. Some of the benefits for skin and hair are that it is used to form a barrier, so it sits on top of the hair, forming a temporary barrier. Ironically, this is why it is so controversial when it comes to hair care, because that protective barrier could potentially prevent hair care products that are meant to penetrate and work inside the hair fiber from doing its job properly. But like it says here, the barrier is actually temporary, meaning that most silicones are soluble. On the bright side, this barrier that dimethicone creates will actually help you minimize water loss and hence retain moisture. And also, as a result of this barrier is that it protects the hair against humidity and hence smooths out its appearance and helps diminish frizz. I think it's also worth noting that dimethicone is considered safe by experts and FDA approved. Cetyl alcohol, which is a fatty alcohol that actually has emollient properties and is hence moisturizing and conditioning to the hair. There's hydrolyzed vegetable protein as well. These work to improve hair elasticity and making it stronger and less damage prone. And citric acid, which has a natural pH of about 2. This means that it's a great pH balancer, and when used in correct concentrations in hair care products, it lowers the pH to an ideal level, which is 4.5 to 5.5. And what's interesting is that you also get a little bit of hydrogenated castor oil. So that's an interesting ingredient. Although there are no studies that scientifically prove that there is an increase in hair growth when using castor oil, it is believed that castor oil can indirectly promote hair growth by protecting the hair follicle. As always, you're going to be able to see the entire list of ingredients to make sure this is what you want for your hair. So before turning on the camera, I actually shampooed my hair, zero conditioner or anything like that, and it's starting to air dry. Can you believe how much K18 has changed the texture of my hair? In case you are new around here, a little bit of context: my hair got burned off by the Wicked Witch of the West. No, actually, it was an accident at a new salon, and as you can imagine, it was traumatic, it was awful. Added to that, this is what I do here on YouTube. I have this series where we test out hair care products, so that made things even worse for me. You can catch up on what happened. I have a full series of my hair recovery journey. It's still a working process because the hair that got burned off literally is about 6 centimeters now, and it needs to grow for it to blending more seamlessly with the rest of my hair. Gonna see how things are going when I blow dry. So anyways, back to this video. You have to start with clean shampooed hair, and then you remove the excess water. I think this has gone a little bit too far because it's almost like 50% air dried, so I'm going to spritz a little bit more water.
Oh, come on, Ma. Oopsie daisy. I said I want to nap. Please, por favor. I don't know what language to talk to you. What are you doing anyway?
I'm spritzing some water.
Okay, not the same though. I will snooze a little bit.
Okay, you get 215 mils or 7.5 fluid ounces. Pretty packaging doesn't always equal pretty hair, but it more often than not equals expensive. Or like we say here in Argentina,
Carísimo.
it is called money after all. Let's see how it smells. Not my favorite, but it is pleasant. The product is pale blue. Let's look at the texture. Pretty thick, which I think makes sense because there's a whole bunch of silicones. Be generous. Massage or comb through to distribute evenly. So I'm going to do this section by section very generously.
Are we still applying? Wake me up when you're ready to blow dry.
It's interesting because I used to be very concerned about silicones in hair care, and then multiple hair care experts. And I'm talking like trichologists and my hair doctor at the scalp mesotherapy clinic. They all agreed that silicones are actually not bad for the hair, and of course it depends on which silicone. Anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes is enough for it to do what it's supposed to. A frequency says every 3 shampoos. The one thing I'm concerned about is that it promises a super glossy effect, a protein treatment, and some deep hydration. It's interesting because many times protein treatments are not especially hydrating. Let's suppose for just a second that it does do all those things combined. Maybe they're trying to give us kind of an all-in-one type of treatment, you know, just a one-step versatile product instead of buying 2 or 3. That would, I guess, justify the price point. If that is the case, I wouldn't use it too often, maybe just for special occasions when you want your hair to look super glossy. That was my thought on the Wow Dream Coat. I may or may not end up thinking the same for this one, but I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off in the shower. Okay, I just rinsed it out with cold water, and all I can say, so far so good. It was easy to rinse out, and look at this. You can pretty much detangle with your fingers. You have to keep in mind that I did rinse it out in the bathroom sink with my head upside down, which always causes a little bit more tangling. I think we all know this by now, but be gentle when detangling your hair wet. It's always nap time in Puppyland.
And now what? What do we do next, Ma?
I'm going to blast dry my hair using my Shark Flex style.
Ah, finally! Less talk and more action. I love this part. Although I must confess, it is going to be a little bit tricky to sleep through this. Ma usually starts like this because this is less damaging for the hair, and in fact, there is scientific evidence nowadays that blow drying the hair is actually healthier than air drying. Did you know that?
You know what? This ain't bad. I just had to pause. Got a package with clothing for Bianca. Freshly knitted. So we have baby pink bubblegum. So delicate. Why does her pale blue? Okay, so this is the hair blast dried with zero styling. The fragrance is growing on me. We just went to greet Gladys that works with us here at home. I've known her since I was 5 or 6 years old.
Time for a snack.
Bianca absolutely loves her, and she told me, "What did you do to your hair? It's so shiny." Yes, she said shiny specifically. I asked her, like, really? Did you just say shiny?
Yes, you were really truly impressed, Mama.
This product I just used on my hair promises a glossy effect. So I don't know if my hair looks expensive, but it certainly looks better. It does bounce light. It's also not weighing the hair down at all. In fact, it is allowing quite a bit of volume.
Wow, so gorgeous, Mama.
Without the downside of it feeling brittle, which sometimes is the case after a protein treatment. The only thing I wish it was is a little bit more hydrating. I don't find it as hydrating. The ends, they don't seem super hydrated, but I could fix that with a little bit of Opax number 6 before going out.
But too expensive for dry ends.
Maybe it has to do with my personal expectations on what super hydrating means. Other than that, I mean, so all in all, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
Not that tasty though.
Kind of wish I had tested this one out sooner, because I've actually purchased it about a few months ago when I was vacationing in Miami, and now I feel that I kind of missed out all these months. I'm going to update you guys, because of course I'm always going to test it out a couple more times, but you can expect really good shiny flowy results from the very first use. Good for you, CHRIS Appleton. I was thinking sometimes those huge names don't deliver when it comes to hair care, and I will catch up with you all again on my next one.
I'll see you later, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. I need to snooze now.